Hi everyone, welcome back to the Casual Watch Review channel. It's been a while since I've done a how-to video, maybe several months if not a year or so. But I found a really cool hack for atomic watches that I just had to share with you. I did talk about it on the podcast as well. If you're not familiar with the podcast, definitely check it out on iTunes. It's called Casual Watch Talk, and we were discussing this in some detail, but I wanted to do a quick how-to video on this because this is something I'd not heard of. And I'm a huge watch fan that spends hours and hours a day looking at watch content, and this was a new thing to me. Now, what we're looking at here is my new G-Shock. It's the DW6900-1. This is the multi-band 6, as Casio call it, with a tough solar. This sets itself from the atomic clocks. So this will set itself from various atomic clocks around the world. I'm in North America, so it would set itself from the atomic clock in Fort Collins. Now, I'm not going to go into the detail about how atomic clocks work because I'm not sure I fully understand it, but essentially they're considered the most accurate clocks in the world. So all watches, especially mechanical watches, will lose seconds or gain seconds. Mechanical ones over a day or so, digital ones could be over a month, but certainly they'll have time drift. Whereas atomic clocks and atomic watches, they'll set themselves, the atomic watches will set themselves off usually once a day and have the most accurate time that you can get in a watch. So the real marvels of the horological world, I would say. One of the issues I've got is I'm in Orange County, which is on the west coast, so it's quite far from the Fort Collins radio transmission, and I sometimes struggle. In fact, I've probably only managed to get it to manually search for the signal maybe once or twice successfully. Usually it errors out, and you might be having this problem as well. Now, the reasons for this can be is that atomic clock is transmitting on a radio frequency, a 60 hertz radio frequency from the Fort Collins clock. So if you're indoors, if you buy other things that radio signals will struggle to get through, then you're probably going to struggle to get the atomic clock to sync your watch. So I've had to a number of times manually set this myself. Now, I was researching another Citizen watch, and I came across people talking about an app that I'd never heard of. This isn't an advert for this app. There's a couple on there. This is just the one that I used, and it's called Clockwave. I've opened up the app here and it's defaulted itself to the Japanese atomic clock. Now I'm going to change it to the Fort Collins clock in a minute, but what we'll do is I'll manually try and search for the Fort Collins tower on the watch without activating the app. Now if I search for the atomic clock now, so I hold down there and it changes to get, and then essentially it will then search for the atomic clock. I'll just speed this up a little bit. So there you go. You can see now it's totally errored out there, so it's not receiving the signal. I'm indoors. There's various other reasons why it's not receiving the signal. Now, what I'll do is I'm going to turn this app on and we'll zoom in because this watch needs to be near the speaker on your phone. So we're zoomed in now. I'm going to hit on the transmit here. Well, first of all, I'm going to hit settings, and then I'm going to change this to Fort Collins, USA. I'm going to hit save there, and then I'm going to hold the watch next to it, and I'm going to hit transmit. And then I'm just going to force the watch to manually receive. Now, you might not be able to hear this, but I can certainly hear it ticking away. Here we can see that it's gone to L3, which is the strongest signal that you can get. L1 is weak, L3 is high signal. You can see there now we've got get, we've got the RCVD there as well, and it's set itself from that app. So I'm not exactly sure about the science behind how this works, but I am so happy with that. I'm sure somebody will let me know in the comments section down below the exact science, but I just wanted to show you a great little way of setting your atomic watches using an app on the phone. I was kind of really surprised that this actually works. As always, guys, let me know what you think in the comments section down below. I'll leave a link to the app as well. Appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time on the Casual Watch Review channel. Thanks, guys. Bye.